Alright, so welcome back to another video on how to become a business consulting freelancer, and especially looking at how to conduct a research by ourselves in the e-commerce or on the e-commerce sphere. So here, the whole idea is to create a POC, proof of concept, e-commerce with Vue, Nox, Strapi, GraphQL, Docker, and Stripe, right? So the Vue is for building user interface, Nox to speed up the web development and experience. Strapi is to allow us to create a backend integration and provide an admin panel for that and some other feature as well. So GraphQL is especially good for only fetch the data that we want, and for e-commerce they are very good. It solves these two issues, the underfetching and overfetching. In other words, it's just a way to optimize the initial load time, or the initial page load time, or the page load time for any web app or for any e-commerce. And Docker allows us to containerize our application so we can deploy that everywhere. Now with Stripe, we can include payment portals, so now customers can purchase for our products, right, on the e-commerce. So that's the whole idea here. Okay, so you're combining is the technology with sales. Great, because first I need to know is what an e-commerce is, and that is, according to Amazon, that they mention that this is the trade of goods and service on the internet. So it is your bustling city center or your brick and mortar shop translates into zeros and ones on the internet superhighway. Whereas Shopify mentioned that, yeah, while e-business refers to all aspects of operating an online business, e-commerce refers specifically to the trade of good and service on the internet. So then I look at the different type of e-commerce or business models that we can have. And something interesting, because as I move on here, I look at what are the actors on the business, right? Such as the government, business, and consumers, okay? These are the three main actors involved in any business model. And what is the relationship amongst them? So for example, business to consumer, which is the most common business model, where now here you have online retailers like Amazon, Walmart, or Target. Digital marketplace, where now consumers purchase goods and service from small business or individuals in place like Etsy, eBay. Subscription service, where now consumers can subscribe monthly or yearly to delivery service or online streaming, such as Spotify or Netflix. Also, consumers can now book a flight or hotel or rent a car online in places like Expedia, Airbnb, or Booking.com. And consumers can order food to restaurants online in places like Grubhub, specifically to the US, Uber Eats, or so Uber Eats, DoorDash, So we have this five example online retailer, uh, digital marketplace. Jesus, come on! All of these five examples, okay, like online retailer, digital marketplace, subscription service, online travel and booking, in food ordering and delivery service. This is the most common example of business to consumers. In the business to business model, we have a digital marketplace where now business offer is a marketplace. So now business can sell or purchase goods and service such as Amazon e-business, e-business or eBay business, Alibaba, EDI or EDI, electronic data interchange. Traditionally, paperwork were company made on paper, such as purchase order or invoice. Now they do that electronically using any of these IDA systems, EDI systems, the electronic data interchange. IBM provide that. Online supplier or supplier portals were very large business set an online portal suppliers to streamline their supply chains and procurement process. These are this involve the purchase of large volume, the purchase of sale of large volumes to get a good bid. Typically, right? The TLDR, right? So you have the Walmart Supply Center or SAP Arriva networks, wholesale e-commerce where now manufacturers and distributors they sell their product to business such as Uline and Ringer, and business to business payment solution. PayPal and Stripe provide now these solutions to business so they can receive and send payments, right? And then I look at the consumer to business, okay? Another very interesting business model where now consumers offer their service to business, such as freelance work, where now uh, it might involve freelance writing, graphic design, web development, in platforms like Upwork, Freelancer, or Fiverr, subscription or online server, where now consumers can participate in online where now consumers can participate in servers or in pay online service such as SurveyMonkey. Also user generated content, so consumers can sell their digital content to business, image, audio, and video such as Shutterstock, iStock, or Audio Jungle. Crowdfunding, where now consumers can raise funds for their projects and ideas in place like Indiegogo, Kickstarter, and a reverse option where now consumers set up price quota for products offered by a business, right? You have here name your price or price line. And then I look at how the government uh, interact with business and consumers, okay, from the business perspective. So government to business, so procuramental or public procuramental portals, where now business or where now government agency provides an online platform for business to bid on all government contracts. You have is the FBO, the Federal Business Opportunity in the US, or the UK Contract Finder Service. Uh, Also, tax filing and payments. So government agency provide a online service. So this is a couple of this example here. The government here, tax filing and payments. So now many governments provide tax filing and payment systems, such as the electronic federal tax payment system on the U.S. Right, so streamline that process, or the HM revenue custom uh, online service from the UK. Licensing and permit applications. So now business can apply for license and permits such as food service or building permits, international trade and custom clearance. So governments provide online service to facilitate cross-border trade such as electronic custom clearance. Such as electronic custom clearance or export declarations. And then I look at business registration or incorporation. So now many governments offer online platform where now business can register, such as the SBA, the Small Business Administration on the US, or the Company House in the UK. Then I look at the government to consumers, where here you have these tax payment portals. So many government agencies provide payment options to citizens so they can pay their own taxes, like IRS on the US, the Internal Revenue Service, or the HM Revenue and Custom on the UK. And HM stands for Her Majesty, Custom and Revenue. Driving or vehicle registrations and licensing. So now government agency allow citizens to register or renew their vehicle registration, such as DMV, the Department Motor Vehicle California, US, or the Driving Vehicle Licensing Agency in the UK. The vehicle license, exactly. So the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Agency on the UK. Passport applications and renewal. So again, governments agency now allow citizens to apply for or renew their passport online, such as the U.S. State Department, State Passport Agency. I think is that. Okay, the U.S. Department State of Passport, like this. The U.S. Department State of Passport. The U.S. Department State Passport Service. The U.S. Department of State Passport Service. So the US Department of State Passport Service or the UK government official passport service. The UK government official or the US Department of State passport service. Okay. Utility online bill payments. So now government provide payment options for utility bills like water, electricity, property taxes, and other government fees. And birth and death certificates ordering. Okay, and birth and death certificate ordering. So now many governments allow their citizens to order birth and death certificates, such as the UK Government General Register Office, okay, such as the UK Government General Register Office, okay, General Register Office, okay, hmm, I don't think this is their website. I think this is their website. Interesting. You got here. Interesting. Interesting. You gotta hear. mm-hmm. You got here reverse engineering website. This is an attack, by the way. This is an attack. Order certificate online, apply online UK. But they redirect that to that. Apply online for UK passport, visit .gov UK. Oh my god. This site looks suspicious. And this is from the government? Yeah. Okay. But it's this, okay? The UK General Register Office. The UK Government General Register Office. Or the US National Center Health Statistics. Mm-hmm. Or like that. So then I also look at the consumer to government. So here you have is the online donation, where now consumers can make online donations to organizations or to organizations or government. Okay, so to government agencies or organizations such as disaster relief organizations like the American Red Cross, American Red Cross, the American Red Cross. No, I don't. Interesting. No, yeah, I would like to because I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, man. Pretty straightforward. Blah, blah, blah. The only thing that we care is just that give us the donation, man. Power outrage safety tip, tornado safety tip, wildfire safety tip, winter storm safety tip. Get an emergency app. Shop the Red Cross store, emergency preparedness, first aid kits, training supply, books and DVD. First aid kits. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Oh, come on. No. So go back. Red Cross store first aid supply. Yeah, an e-commerce here. That's right, my friend. That's right. Is this CPR keychain with face shields and gloves? Exactly. They offer this. Pretty straightforward. Out of experience, I would close Commerce Cloud. Exactly. They use Salesforce for that. They use Salesforce for that. Mm-hmm. 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 Exactly. A simple, a simple e-commerce. Yep. So like the American Red Cross or UNICEF, United Nations, United Nations, United Nations, United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. Okay. This was founded in 1946. Catherine M. Russell. Catherine M. Russell. Ridiculous. Here they don't show. They don't show the creators. UNICEF Regional Office. Regional Office. The following countries are home to UNICEF Regional Office. The Americas and Caribbean Regional Office. Panama City, Panama. Europe, Central Asia Regional Office. Of course, we will be in Panama because this is practically uh, an extension of the US. Europe and Central Asia Regional Office, Geneva, Switzerland. East Asia and the Pacific Regional Office, Bangkok, Thailand. Eastern and Southern Africa Regional Office, Nairobi, Kenya. Middle East and North African Regional Office, South Asia, Kathmandu, Nepal. In Nepal. West and Central Africa Regional Office, South Asia, East Asia, Europe, Eastern and Southern Africa, but there is no Middle East and North Africa region, Jordan. There are national committees in 34 countries. Each established an independent local non-government organization. Okay. Lionel Messi, sporting the FC Barcelona. Sponsorship. UNICEF Kid Power. Trick or treat UNICEF box. But again, after all, this is a fun, my friend. Okay, that's something interesting. That's something that I really love that they apply this. Okay. This is a feature that I really love that they apply that. Okay. This is a feature that I really love they apply that. There you got it. Catherine M. Russell. You must be part of the Department of State. You should work on the army. National Security Advisors under President Obama. They have two children. Mhm. Russell was born in Jersey City, New Jersey. In New Jersey. She grew up in Reading, Pennsylvania, with four siblings. Russell graduated from Boston College, magna cum laude, with a degree in philosophy, and received her Juris Doctor from George Washington University. Mm, 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 mm. Executive Director of UNICEF. After law school, Russell began working in Democratic politics. Law school. Mhm. Russell worked on Joe Biden's presidential campaign on Capitol Hill. Russell was counsel and then senior counsel to the Senate Judiciary. Okay, but it's you, Kathy Russell. Kathy Russell. Okay, okay. So this is an example of a government agency when our consumers can make online donations, such as disaster relief organization or for disaster relief, right? Like the American Red Cross or UNICEF. So online donations, online permit applications, consumers can apply to permit or license online, such as fishing licensing, fishing license, and hunting permit on government agency website. Online permit and application. Yeah, online permit and application. Consumers can apply to license or permits such as fishing license or hunting permits on government agency websites. Payments of fines or fees. Mhm. So payment of fines or fees. Consumer can pay fines or fees online such as traffic ticket or parking ticket on government agency website. Online petitions. Consumers can sign online petitions to influence government policy or decisions, such as change.org or care2. Online tax filing. Consumers can file their tax online and receive funds, such as the IRS website in the United States or the HM Revenue Custom website in the UK. So this is example of consumers to government. Okay, so online petition, where now consumers can make online donations to government agents, yeah, to government agencies or organizations such as disaster relief, like the North American, by the way, the American Red Cross or UNICEF, right? Or UNICEF. Permit applications, online permit applications such as fishing licensing or hunting permit. Payment or fines, payment of fines or fees, fines or fees, fines. The translation of fines into English, right? Into Spanish, Spanish. Mm, multa, exactly. And in financial penalty, una multa. Okay, una multa. Fine, fine, fine. Mm-hmm. Payment of fines or fees. Now, fees is comisión in Spanish. Honorarios, tarifa, comisión, tasa. Advance fee, bank fee, quota, tasa. But what is that? So fee can be professional charge, okay? Charge for public service, una tarifa, una tasa, or admission charge, una entrada. Okay, exactly. Es honorario, tarifa, tasa. Okay. So payment of fines, multas, or fees, comisiones, tasas. So payment of fines or fees. Consumers can pay fines or fees online, such as traffic tickets or parking tickets, on government agency website. Online petitions. Consumers can sign online petitions to influence government policy or decisions such as Change.org or Care2. So online petitions is not the same as online donations. Okay, so consumers can sign online petitions to influence government policy or decisions. An online tax filing. So consumers can file their tax online and receive funds, such as the IRS website in the United States or HM Revenue Custom website in the UK. So the point of looking at all of this, right, is to be able to understand. So for example, when you talk about export declaration, you just want to know example of export declaration. Okay, export declaration. Examples of export declarations. Okay. Export details, import details, shipping details, export declaration, custom details, commodity details, licensing details, declaration details. Okay, but after all, it's a document. Export declaration are documents that are required by governments to report the detail of goods that are being exported from one country to another. Export declaration is a document are documents. So export declarations are documents. So export declarations are documents that are required by governments to report the detail of goods that are being exported from one country to another. Okay. So that'll be all for this video, because I just want to recap and understand and then be able to mention example of the several type of e-commerce: business to consumers, business to business, consumer to business, government to consumers, and consumer to business. This is something very, very important, because now you can see from the business perspective the actors involved, and the most common operations or trades in that field among them. Okay, so well, that'll be all for this video. Again, take care. Bye bye.